Yo guys, what is going on? Blossom is back, and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. Today is going to be a what can you get from that pack series, and I'm sure you can tell from the title, we got a really special pack for us today, and that is indeed the Call of the Waffle, or the Call of the Wild Carbon Fiber pack. I will be opening these packs, so just in case you want to know about the verdict that comes in the end, yes, I will be opening these packs for one reason and one reason alone. I want another Viper. But with that said, we got these packs. If you go into buy cards, look at the offers. Kind of the same old, right? We got the Call of the Wild Carbon Fiber Special, which gives you 20k and 10 slots. And then you have the Elite that gives you 25 slots, 30k, and it's basically a ×5 carbon fiber pack. Really expensive offer though, to be honest. And then we also have the Ceramic and some Alpha Romeos as well, because I think there's an Alpha Call of the Wild event going on right now. But here's one interesting thing that they did a little differently from Silver Screen. If you jump into Challenge, you can see on my right that you can indeed buy carbons from the store. And I'm gonna be real with you guys, this is unlimited. So hypothetically, if I had money, I could open these on an unlimited level, get as many ultras as I want, but more importantly, I would have, hypothetically, I could get 500 Viper ACRs from this pack. Unfortunately, I can't really do that because I'm broke, but yeah, hypothetically. So that's pretty interesting. That's really cool. You basically have unlimited chances. So it's not like in Silver Screen they gave up 15 of the carbon fibers. This one's just as much as you want, really. But anyway, with that said, let's get into the pack. So guys, before you wonder, two questions. The first one is, am I going to talk about how the whole series is going to go down? Yes, that will be tomorrow's video. I'm going to talk about Call of the Wild, all the prizes, what you need, etc, etc. It's basically similar to the Silver Screen, but hopefully with a little twist and changes along the way. And as per usual, since this is a special pack where it's needed for a challenge instead of a try series, I'm going to be reviewing from super rare and above, because when it comes to the challenges, you don't need just ultra rares and above. You kind of need everything. And I guess theoretically, I'm saying that a lot, or hypothetically, I could start from commons, but that would just be way too much. There's 62 Call of the Wind cards. Why do I always call it Call of the Wind? There's 62 Call of the Wild cards in total, but that's, just in total. From super rare and above, I'm not too sure, but I guess we can count along, right? So starting us off is the Mitsubishi Colt Reliart version R. I can't pronounce that. And for those of you guys that still don't know what Call of the Wild stands for, it's basically, and I'll explain this tomorrow as well, they're basically cars that kind of have ties to animals in their name, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what animal a Colt is. All I know is that a Colt is a handgun. So yeah, I guess it's an animal too. So the first one is indeed the Colt, that has decent handling for sure, and it's medium. Moving on is the Alfa Romeo Carabo. Now I know the Carabo is some kind of bug, and this actually is modeled after the bug. It kind of looks like the bug. It's the same color as well. Moving on is the Dodge Ram Charger, obviously based off a Ram. Now a lot of people are wondering, why did they decide to add the whole Ram roster, but not the entire Jaguar roster, right? Because Jaguar, it's a Jaguar, and then, I guess, Lamborghinis, technically you can say they're all bulls. Porsches are basically all horses. But yeah, I think, there are only 5 Rams, so, this is a good way to make a really niche brand shine. And also, if they added Jaguar, the whole Jaguar roster, then people will be asking, why don't you add the whole Lamborghini roster and the whole Porsche roster? And at that point, doesn't even make it a fun challenge and you can just use every car in the game? Not really. So yeah, the Dodge Ram Charger. The next one, once again, is another Dodge Ram Charger. This is one I have maxed out, 10562 to 9459, but I do prefer the extra handling, and obviously so does the game, because this has more RQ. Moving on is the Volkswagen Beetle, as well as the Volkswagen New Beetle RSI. Not a fan of this car. I think it's hideous. I hate Beetles so much. So it's gonna suck if I'm gonna need to max one of these things out for the challenge. Hopefully I don't have to. but I think I have to. I do have this one max. I recently maxed this yesterday, and that is indeed the Ford Mustang. It gets up to, I think, 86 handling or 85. I honestly can't remember. I maxed it out yesterday, and I don't even know the stats on it. Moving on, finally, is a Suzuki Swift Rally spec. And obviously, the Beetles are the Beetles, right? And the Mustang is the Mustang. The Swift is based off a bird. There's some kind of bird called a Swift, so there's that. And I feel like this is a car that we're gonna need in the challenge just because it's really niche. It's an off-road car that handles, right? The Ram Chargers, they don't really handle, but they do have four-wheel drive. Anyway, moving on to the ultra rares now. There are only 5 ultra rares, and you can only get 4 from the pack. So that's actually 1 ultra less compared to Silver Screen. Silver Screen, you could get 5. From Call of the Wind, you can only get 4 because although there are 5 in total, the Bulldog is a prize car. So you can get it from the pack, and there are a lot of what should we call, a lot of tags in this car now. Call of the Wild, Great Exhibition, and Concept, but this is the first one. You only have it if you want Silver Screen. I think that's pretty cool, right? So the ultra rare prize car, there's no ultra rare prize car this time. It's a super rare. It's the Lancia, and I think it'll be interesting if the next special event, the special challenge legendary prize car event, follows suit, and that the Lancia that you get from this event, the Stratus, is also a car that has the next tag for the next event, if you know what I mean. I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, moving on is the Ford Mustang. So this is the first Ultra you can get. The second one is also a Mustang, the Ford Mustang 2.3. So, a lot of top drives. I know you watch my videos, so if you're watching this one, I bet you're over the moon, because basically you have unlimited packs to open that you can get from the challenge. So theoretically, it's actually pretty easy considering this is a 1 in 4 chance. You could get like 10 of these if you really wanted, because I know that is the car you drive. Moving on is the Ram Rebel. Wow! 2 prize cars actually. I was completely wrong. So there are only 3 Ultras you can get. That's actually insane. So that basically means if I open the ×5, I'm going to get like, there's a high chance I'll get like 2 of these, and then 1 of the RT10s. Or there's even a chance where I just get 5 of the RT10s. But the good news is, if you open the ×5 and the first Ultra you get is the Viper RT10, you have a pretty high chance of going epic. Or you might just get 5 RT10s. So that's pretty interesting actually. Yeah, I was completely wrong. Not only 4, you can only get 3 Ultras from this pack. Literally 2 Mustangs and a Viper. That's insane. Moving on to the epics now. You can get 4 epics from this pack. All of them are non-prize cars, and all of them are Mustangs but 1 Stingray. So the Mustangs, well, yeah, the Mustangs are Mustangs, right? They're horses. The first one's the Ford Mustang GT. The second one is the Ford Mustang GT Power Pack. Next is the Ford Mustang Boss 302. Now, these cars are good because they're all medium. I'm actually not sure about the GT Power Pack. I would assume that's medium too, though. So these would be good City Streets cars if you need medium cars in the challenge. Finally, the last one is the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Z51. I have 2 of these. One of it is maxed. Huge fan of this car. Really love it. Max it out 233, it'll hit 98 handling. It's a very good car, low 0 to 60. The MRA is not the strongest though, and that's why I feel like this car isn't, RQ 77 or 78, but it's still a really good twisty car. So moving on to legendaries now, it's basically just all Lamborghinis and Dodge, which is another reason why I really like this pack, because I'm biased and I like Dodge. The first one is the Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster, and as you guys know, the Murcielagos, or the Mercies, sorry, as I like to call them, the Mercies, they're my favorite Lambos besides the Miuras and the Countach, and the SVJ. Oh god, that doesn't even hype up the Murcielagos that much anymore, does it? But I'm a huge fan of the Murcielagos. I love them more than the Huracans and most of the Aventadors, but just besides the SVJ, I just have a special place. The SVJ just has a special place in my heart. Can't wait for that to be a prize car. But yeah, I do love the Murcielagos over the Gallardos, the Huracans, most of the Aventadors, the Urus, all that, blah blah blah, and the Diablos. That's because Kanye West. That's it. Kanye West. But yeah, the Dodge Viper SRT Bollywood, definitely gonna max my own out. Moving on is the Lamborghini Murcielago, and finally the best car you can get from this pack, Blossom choice, yeah, I'm gonna give one Blossom choice, and that's to this, because I'm totally not biased whatsoever, but the best car you can get from this pack is the Dodge Viper ACR. What a beautiful machine you are. 177 top speed, 3.40 to 60, and 92 handling, and god, this thing should get a buff, because it handles, it has a better, I think it does like 1.2 G's of like lateral acceleration of the skid pad. Like, I know it has a better result than the Porsche 918, so it really should have more handling than the Porsche 918. So yeah, I love the ACR so much. It's such a track king. Anyway, moving on is the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640. I had this as well. I got it from an undocumented carbon fiber, and then, or unrecorded carbon fiber. Then we have a Lamborghini Murcielago LP650-4 Roadster, and the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 hardtop, which is, you know, like I said, the convertibles are always just a little better, aren't they? 211 and 205, 3287, 3287. And the final car you can get is the Lamborghini Murcielago LP670-4 Super Veloce. The last car in this pack is indeed the Viper GTSR, which I did not take a screenshot of, but for some reason I decided to take a screenshot of the Bulldog and the Ram Rebel. I don't know why, but please do bear with me. I am pretty tired because I did spend the whole day writing a script, because I have some work to do, so I'm also a little tired. But with that said, let's get back to my garage and I'll give you my verdict. Here we are back at the Call of the Wild challenge. Obviously, the top prize car is the F1 GTR, but I'll get more into that in tomorrow's video. And you know, I'll be doing that, and I'll be recording that tomorrow when I'm more awake, so I can really convey what I really want to say. And that's why I'm doing the what can you get from the pack first, because that one's pretty easy to record even when you're tired. But yeah, that's what you can get from the pack. So really, would I recommend it? It's not horrible. The Vipers are really good, namely the ACR. The Murcielagos, they aren't the best, but congratulations if you got the Super Veloce. When it comes to the Ultras, though, there are literally only 3 Ultras you can get. So you gotta be a Mustang fan or a Viper fan if you want to open that, because it's literally 3 Ultras. And then for the Epics, none of the Epics are really game changers, right? I guess you can say the Mustang Boss 305 is the best American medium ground clearance Epic. That's its niche. And the Corvette is, you know, a decent track car, but it's not the best because the Lingenfelter exists and the Grand Sport exists. So, you know, it's definitely not a pack I would say, you know, jump in and open. But I guess if you want to go far in the challenge, and especially if you really want the F1 GTR Shorttail, which is an amazing car, 3092, then yeah, definitely, you know, open the packs, because you're gonna need to open these packs to get the F1 GTR unless you already have a really good foundation. Because theoretically for me, and I guess we can have a quick look, if you look at my Call of the Wild collection, theoretically I don't need to open any of these packs. I'm already really set, right? I have the Murcielago, I have 2 of the Vipers, literally Hollywood is maxed, I have 1 upgrade in the SRT Viper, and this whole event is literally just giving me an excuse to max out my SRT Viper, which has been something I wanted to do forever, because I want to have all my Dodge Legendaries max, and I have the fuse material to do it now. And then obviously I'm biased, you know, I'm a huge fan. I have all the Epics you can get besides the Power Pack. I got 2 of the Z51s, 2 of the GTs, literally almost both of them are max. This one's just a couple upgrades away, and I have the Boss Max. And of course, I have all the Ultras that you need as well. So yeah, theoretically, I don't need to open the pack. I'm set. I can get the F1 Shorttail easy, because let's be honest, this challenge isn't going to be as hard as a Tri-Series. What I have is definitely going to be enough. But yeah, I'm still gonna open it anyway, because there's, like I said at the start of the video, one sole reason. I want another ACR or another SRT Viper. I just want another Viper. That's it. But with that said, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope, you know, this video was helpful to you guys. But once again, only open the pack if you really want the short tail. It's, you know, it's not the greatest pack, right? You'd rather open a Motorsport carbon fiber. Those are miles better. But if you want the prize car, if you want to participate, and if you're gunning for a ACR, I mean, let's be honest, amazing car. The stats speaks for itself, okay? 98% win ratio. 3,648 races. Amazing. But once again, all of the races on Hollywood was because she was maxed out. So I've never used my ACR at 1 star or 2 star, because if you guys remember, when I got the ACR, I maxed it out right away. But yeah, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you found it helpful. But remember to stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you all next time. Blossom out.